Hi everyone, welcome to Eden's Secret. Today I am actually going to show you how I foil my labels. You've all been asking, so let's do it, shall we? Now the first thing you're going to need is some labels. I've got loads more than these. I've got A4 in all the colours. I've got the these ones are the 99.1 by 57.3. There's 10 labels on each, so I've got all the colours in these as well. I've got blue, pink, white, yellow and natural. And then I have them in the A4 size, so it's a full sheet of all of those colours. And then I have the round ones as well, so full sheet of round labels in all of the different colours. So basically that's the majority of the labels I have. I do have other labels because I used to make my labels differently, and I will actually share that as well sometime. So I'm going to make just a few labels today, 5. I have actually got some new packaging for my cupcake soaps and bath bombs, thanks to my friend Nicole. Thank you, Nicole. I love you. I love you. So I'm just going to start at the beginning. So we're doing the pink ones are going to be Rosebud and Pink Twinkles. I could also do the love hearts in pink as well, but I don't think I will. Right, so I might do the love hearts in white. I haven't got any red, so I'm just going to take one sheet. I'm just going to print one sheet of each. And then pink, I'm going to need Rosebud and Pink Twinkles definitely, because both of those are pink cupcake soaps. So two sheets of the pink. Now you don't really need sticky labels to do this. You can do them with just paper if you want to, and just add some double-sided sticky tape to your label to stick it on. I don't need yellow. I'm feeling like I would quite like yellow for green twinkles, but I'm not going to. I'm going to do white again. And then cashmere cream, I'm going to do that on the natural. The natural label is a lot thicker and it doesn't actually work as well on the foil machine as the other colours do. So I have got blue, but I haven't got any blue cupcake soaps at the moment, so we'll just go back to the white. By the way, all the labels I've got are from Online Labels, and I'll put a link in the description box to their website. And we're going to just for today, for this label, we're actually going to be working on the Online Labels website to make this this label. So you don't even need a label program. The program's already there for you as long as you use one of their templates. So let's go and do that. Right, so what I need to make sure, because I'm going to put all of these colours into the printer, and I'm just going to do them in order of the way I've written it down here. So the top one, which is the Rosebud, will be a pink. I'm just going to turn it over. The next one is Cashmere. The next one is Pink Twinkles, Green Twinkles and Love Heart. I actually haven't got many cupcakes at the moment. I've been madly making loaves of soap. So here we are, we're just doing a search for online labels. And if you click online labels, doesn't matter where you are in the world, you should have an online labels website. And if you click design and templates and then click start designing, excuse me, go over to the left hand side at pre-designed templates. Now there are lots of different templates there, and you'll see on the right hand side, I'm scrolling through, there are quite a few. Now I always use the wine bottle labels, and I scroll down to the right hand corner, elegant wine labels. Now you must change the size of your label here at this point, and make sure that you choose the label size that you're using, which is 99.1 millimeters by 57.3 millimeters. Now you need to edit your label, so I'm just editing to say which product I'm using. The 20 in the bottom corner is just like 2020. That's the year it was made. So click the print now, download and print. Wait for your label page to pop open. And there we are. And click that print logo, the print icon at the top of the page. And that'll open up your printer. It's dead easy with these pre-made templates. It means you don't have to design anything yourself. And click print. Close that page. I'm using a Mac. And then we edit the text again to suit whichever product we're doing next, which is cashmere cream. Again, click print, print now, download and print. And you can save these labels that you've made as well, which I haven't done here, but you can save them. My computer's working very slow today for some reason, so it's taken a little bit of time to get through these. There's that frog again. Let's change the text again from cashmere cream to pink twinkles. And these are the labels that you're going to see me foiling today. So you just basically repeat everything that you've done before. So what I had to do my other labels for my soaps is find a background that matches as much as I could get it matched. The design on this label, the intricate design, I had to find one of those and download it onto my computer so I can use it for my other labels, because online labels don't have a long narrow label that I can edit. So I just chose one that's as close as possible, so I can make sure all my labels match as much as possible. And then I've just downloaded that onto my print shop too. Label maker, and so just so I can make them. Anyway, I'm babbling on, sorry. Yeah, I just want to make them all match, but I've already said that, haven't I? So we still have the love hearts to print. So again, we're editing. You can see on the left hand side you can actually change the fonts and size and everything like that if you want to, but I quite like this font that's used. Just nice and neat and straightforward, and it works well with the foiling as well. I did want something bolder, but the bolder fonts on the Online Labels website they didn't appeal to me at all. So now this is the printer I use. It's the HP Colour LaserJet Pro MFP M477FNW. I'll say that again, the MFP M477FNW. It's an HP printer and it's a laser printer, and I don't know if this is absolutely certain, but to do foil labels with the machine I'm using, you have to use laser ink. Inkjet ink does not work. So just open the drawer at the bottom and just pop those in there, and then close the drawer. Alright, so here we have our labels. You print them in black, so black laser ink. These are different to the labels I do for my wax melts and for my soaps, because these are going to be packaged in a box. So I'm just printing them this way onto a different label, but in theory it's just exactly the same process. And that's the Rosebud. I mean, they look really nice, the coloured labels, just with black ink, if you know you can't afford to foil. It's not cheap to foil your labels. That's the Green Twinkles and the Cashmere. I mean, it's printed beautifully. Well, it hasn't actually. It's a little bit marked down the bottom, but it's printed quite well today compared to what it usually does. It's just a different type of paper. Right, so now we're going to move on to the foiling and the machine that you're going to need to do your foiling, and the reason why I bought that machine. Okay, I've got a delivery. I know I said I wasn't going to do this, but I have. These Amazon Prime boxes are so hard to get open. And there's always loads of wasted space in them. We got some foil. That's the black, so they're about £11 a piece, these, if you buy them from the UK. You can get them from an American company that are in America and pay $8.99. The trouble is you'll wait at least a month for them to arrive, but if you're not in a hurry, I'll put a link to that company in the description. This one isn't the, and look at the size of it, it's absolutely tiny. This was half the price, more or less, $6.99, and the 6 sheets, but look how narrow they are. They're not even going to fit onto my labels. Like that, it needs to fit the full width, so I will be able to use it by doing 2 strips, but 6 foot's not going to last 2 minutes. So that's making the MINC foil look like a good buy. So okay when they've got these rough strips on them. So that's the hot pink. And I'm hoping there's quite a few in this one. Or maybe some more are coming tomorrow. Ah yes, here we are. So we've got rose gold, we've got gold, silver, that's the turquoise green. I got some orange which I thought would be really nice, and then the pink. Oh, I have got a hot pink, I forgot about that. And then the black, and they don't seem to do a purple in the MINC foil, so that's why I bought this. And I did put 2 in my basket, but I changed it to 1. I thought I'd better just see what it's like first. So it's about, sure, I spent about £90 on these. I'm thinking maybe there's some more to come, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was 70. I can't remember. So they do look all really lovely together, don't they? So that means we can get some labels made. Okay, so this is the MINC Laminator from Heidi Swapp. Link in the description box to this machine. It's about £150. I'm pretty sure it is an American company. I don't know, I'm thinking £100, but I think I looked online yesterday and saw about £150. Maybe that's dollars. I'm pretty sure it is an American company that do this machine, and this is it's just a laminator, but it's specially designed for foiling anything you want to. I did look into the proper foiling machines, which were far more expensive, like thousands, but they tend to only print onto a very small area, like this size, so they're just not big enough for making labels. I mean, I guess yes, if you had, like, you're not doing your labels on an A4 sheet and you're just doing them individual, one of those big machines will probably be okay, but no good for me. And obviously this is a cheaper way of doing it if you're going to make them yourself. So literally we're just going to turn the MINC on, and I use number 3, the setting number 3. And it warms up really quickly. So the next stage is you're supplied with a nice strong film, and that's to put, you have to use that to put your labels and your foil in. So we're starting with the cashmere, and we're going to do this in gold. Now, I'm not going to waste foil, so what I want to do, there's about, it says there's 12 foot on a roll, which is 12 inches. But I want to save as much of this foil as I can, because you can only use it once and then you have to throw the sheet away. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut a strip of foil that's big enough to fit onto the labels, and do the same again for the other side. So what I'll do is I'll just slide that over here, make sure it's in place, make sure all your black ink is covered, and do the same again, and then just slide it onto there. I always try to flatten it down here at the top and then fold it over. and then I just go over it with my hand to flatten the foil out as much as I possibly can. Okay, then we keep hold of your sheet, just try and keep it level so that nothing moves. Pop it into your laminator, make sure you get it straight. Make sure you've got the same gap at either end, and just slowly maneuver it in until you feel like the rollers want to start clinging, and then just let go and it'll go through the laminator. So it takes a little while to go through. Now in the past I have actually got the edges caught in the laminator. It has another setting so you can reverse it out, which is absolutely fantastic because you don't want to keep rebuying these film pouches. And one time it got really crumpled because I didn't have it straight and it wasn't going through straight, so it got really caught up. I reversed it out and I thought I would need to buy a new one, but actually when I put it back in the laminator to go through on its own, and it flattened out again. The heat just flattened it out again. So and that's it, it's done. So you're supposed to let it cool down, but again, before I open it, I flatten it out again, make sure all the lumps and bumps are gone. It doesn't take long to cool down at all. And then I just leave those to one side, and then I start with my next one, which is the green twinkles. I don't think, do you know, they do actually do green labels. Some of the labels were a bit bright for my liking on online labels, so that might have been a reason I didn't buy the green. Now this, it's more of a greeny turquoise colour, this foil. But it's green enough that it works for green. I mean, you're not going to get everything. I love to colour coordinate. That's always been my biggest problem with packaging and labelling, because if you're buying anything, then you've got to buy all the colours rather than just using one colour. So we'll just, again, lay that on there. Again, you just make sure all of your ink is covered. It does, if you use other colours instead of black, it does cling on to it somewhat, but nothing like it clings on with the black. The problem with this, you can't do, like, if you're using a white label and you want a coloured background, you can't do it, because the foil is going to cling to any laser ink that's on your label at all. That's what I tried to do the first time I had a go, and realised that I'm going to have to buy all the labels in all the colours that I need. I'm just watching it come through now. So you can see why it's so time consuming doing this. And then you can always guarantee when you're packing an order there's one label you've forgotten to make. So what I'm going to try and do all of the time is when I make a new product, make the labels for it straight away, and then when I'm packing I don't have to stop and break off halfway through and get the laminator and everything out to start making labels. It'll just save me a bit of time. So I'm not showing you what they look like just yet. Well, I guess you could call it unmold, couldn't you? We'll unravel them later on. I've got a little bit of foil left over here. I'm just going to see if it's big enough. I don't think it's good. No, it's not wide enough. So I'm just going to put that back on there because it might come in useful for something. And these containers here I thought will be absolutely fantastic for doing some embeds for soap. They're really thick and strong, so when I'm finished with them I'm just popping them back in the box, and I'm going to keep them because I think they'll come in useful sometime. So this is the pale pink foil. It's a bit, you could call it rose gold, but there is a rose gold as well, which you've already seen. I still can't get over that this weather is so amazing during this lockdown. John went back to work on Monday, it's Wednesday now. And we have had like 1 or 2 days that were a little bit miserable. You know, we had a bit of rain and there was a bit of cold wind, but the sun's out again. I just can't. It seems just so strange to me. I mean, most would just call it a coincidence, but it just seems so strange to me that like the world is on lockdown and we've got gorgeous weather. So what's the weather like where you are? What's it been like where you are during this lockdown? Be interesting to know if all across the world the weather's been nice during the lockdown. I did read one comment where one of my viewers had said the weather wasn't very nice where they are that day. Have I done them the wrong way around? That was Pink Twinkles. Oh no. Oh, that colour is for Love Hearts. So Pink Twinkles should have been gold. The one I'm doing now should have been gold. But it doesn't matter. We'll do, I'll just do the rose. I was going to do it in pink, pale pink, the rosebud, but we'll do it in gold so you can see what the gold looks like. I mean, all the colours are absolutely gorgeous. When I originally bought the MINC, I was just going to do all the foil in gold. And then I saw the other colours and I thought, oh wow, and like I can mix them up, you know, and make some labels, because there's not a lot, I don't have a load of different coloured labels. I can mix the labels up, as you saw with the soy wax melts. You know, I can do a pink label with a green lettering or just anything like that. Messed that one up. more sit right this one. There we are. And I always think pink and gold look so pretty. Right, so love hearts we're going to do in the hot pink because I haven't got any red. They do a red, and I just thought I'll get that for Christmas. We'll use a red one at Christmas time. So I would have used a red for this one, but it's quite a strong pink, so it'll look a little bit, it'll go with the cupcake. And then as soon as you finish with them, I'll just pop them straight back in the box. Doesn't matter which box they're in, because I don't even think it says which colour they are on the box, because it's a clear box. So I'll just throw them in any old box. You've got to be careful with the foil because it can grease up pretty easy. This one, I put it a little bit too close to one end. So I'm just trying to make sure it goes through without crinkling up too much or getting caught in the machine, because you know what laminators are like, that does happen easily. You know it's crinkling because it starts making a noise. So you can see this end here, I've managed to get that caught in the machine. So all I'll do is I'll just pop it back in the machine, make sure it's in the right position to get those crinkles out. Right, now let's peel off. So that's what your foil looks like after it's been used. Which it looks so pretty. It would be nice to decorate windows and things with. So that's the white on pink. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I do love a bit of sheen and a bit of glitter. This is the, you'll see, it's not as brilliant. You might not be able to see that, but it's not as clear and crisp as the other papers. So the foil, it's no good for anything unless you do crafts and you can just use the foil up in some other way, but for me it's no good whatsoever for anything else after I've used it, so it just gets thrown away. So there we are, that's our labels done and ready to stick on whatever I'm going to stick them on. So I think that's the end of this video, isn't it? I hope you enjoyed it. That's how I make my labels. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all very, very soon. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, like and share, and stay safe as usual. Keeping you all entertained and keeping you company during this lockdown. Bye bye for now.